I have a question for you, for every man out there. Do you feel tired? Do you feel exhausted? Do you feel that your mood is changing? Today I want to talk to you about a topic very close, dear and near to me. A topic not many men want to talk, particularly not the alpha males. But I will address the elephant in a room. And that topic today, it's about male menopause. Before I dig deep into this, I want to just bring to your attention that I spoke with several men and have done a quite extensive research in this topic to understand male menopause. For those who don't know, I'm doing the boxing. I'm age 52, but I'm still competing in boxing on a level of the masters. So professionals, amateurs, and masters. But I'm still fighting, I still train. And during my recent sparring sessions at my boxing gym, I asked question my coach Rodney that I wasn't sure how he would react to. So my question was based on my observation that the number of men in the gym steadily decreasing. And it goes without saying that many fighters were dropping of sparring sessions, despite my increased attendance, because I want to fight more. Now, without doubt, I noticed another trend. Instead of seeing men dressed appropriately and in a way that is representative, we are increasingly becoming a society of the tracksuits, shorts, baggy clothing, and XXXXL-size oversized t-shirts. That was enough for my coach Rodney to explain his vision to me. And in this podcast today, we're gonna address the issue that the most of men don't talk or have never been told that they can talk about it. Even in the world I grew up, in world stereotypes of alpha males and a hard-working communist class, we were being told that man never cries, never asks for help, and most importantly, a man is a man until the very end. How wrong I was. You know why? My father was a typical alpha male, typical communist product. When he was walking to the street, people bowed to him. He was bringing his own gravity. Till one day, when the war broke out back in my home, in my country, 1991, I was age of 18. What my father, who was the biggest alpha male, did, he held my mommy undies and he ran away. He left me in the war. So much about alpha males. But it's not about me. Today I'm talking to the every man out there. Every man should listen to today's episode. We all go through different stages of life. And as I mentioned, I understand that this is a taboo subject and that perhaps males don't discuss it loudly and openly enough. Whoa. Hold on a second. I have personally felt some of the changes that males go through. I'm 52 years old. After leaving my conversation with my coach Rodney, I started digging deep. I began researching male menopause to learn more. And to be clear, I'm not talking about middle life crisis. I'm talking about male menopause. But before we continue, I'd like to welcome you. I'd like to welcome you, all of you risk takers and truth seekers, to Podcast Life, the battlefield, where we expose fake gurus through human intelligence methods. For those who don't know me, my name is Bekes and I hold the Guinness World Record for the longest live audio broadcast. As well, I spent 1,800 consecutive combat days. As well, my professional career includes working in military and diplomatic intelligence services. As well, I'm the best-selling author and I have passion for podcasting. Today's episode, it's for everybody, particularly for the men. And we'll discuss, is it male menopause reality or not? Is it okay to seek assistance from professionals like your GP when it comes to your low testosterone levels, mood changes affecting your day-to-day life? Today's episode is about you. We were all once upon a time young. I made it fun. I do remember when I was in military, I was 21 years old. There was a guys in reserve army, age 30. And I laughed to them how slow they are, how they can run, how they can perform. And I called them all. How wrong I was. The one day I will be that guy. So I'm 52 years old. And I want to talk to you today about male menopause. But before we dig into male menopause, we need to discuss what is andropause, what that it is. Many men may, I say this way, may undergo andropause as a condition that's comparable to women menopause between the ages of 40 and 55. In contrast to women, men don't have a distinct indicator, such as the end of menstruation cycle, to indicate this change. Nonetheless, both men and women experience a drop in hormone levels, with men experiencing a fall in testosterone and women in estrogen. Until recently, only women experienced menopause symptoms. But more and more medical professionals are beginning to see that men are increasingly exhibiting menopausal or perimenopausal symptoms that are similar of those of women. Now, we all know when we were kids, we growing up, you become stronger, things start peaking in our life, including testosterone. With women, estrogen. But as we are becoming older, things start decreasing. It's abnormal. What is not normal that we don't want to talk about this. Whether men can truly experience menopause when their testosterone level decline is a topic of contemporary medical debate. The fact that males who have undergone testosterone hormone therapy have reported feeling less of the symptoms of the so-called male menopause lends credence to this theory. But let's go talk now about changes. Not any changes, but men's physical changes. Well, they happen gradually. So some of the changes can manifest in your mood, in your behavior, physical agility, sex drive, for those who have a sex, of course, exhaustion, and most importantly, there is also energy loss. It's energy loss. Furthermore, research has demonstrated that this drop in testosterone might also put a person at risk of other illnesses like osteoporosis and heart disease. The changes often occur at a time when many men are re-evaluating their values, accomplishments, and life directions, making it difficult to understand their connections to anything other than external conditions. Hence what I say, people don't go to the gym. And my question was, as well, I asked Rodney, when the men decide not to exercise anymore? Because there's a big gap there, guys. The guys in 20s, 30s, little bit in 40s, and then nothing. And that gap becomes bigger. Maybe guys in 20s, little bit in 30s and 40s, and then again nothing. So when the man decide that he doesn't need to exercise, well, it's related to external conditions and physical changes in male. That's what it is, guys. Hormones decrease over time. I said this before. There is no way to predict who will develop andropause symptoms, even though almost all men will see a decrease in testosterone over the time. We are all unique, like puberty happened differently. The male change happens over several decades and is far more gradual than menopause, which typically happens in women in their mid-40s to 50s. Many factors such as attitude, psychological stress, alcohol, injuries or surgeries, drugs, obesity, and infections can cause andropause. So there's factors which are gonna influence, will you hit that andropause sooner or later, as I mentioned this one. And I'm gonna put down in the description section the link to the article of this podcast. So you can read again and again, you can confirm this with your GP, and you can do your own research. There's no way to predict which man will have andropause symptoms severe enough to need medical attention, even though almost all men will see a fall in testosterone over time. Recently, I saw that my GP, I need to do my checkup for the boxing. It's called the Blue Book, which they need to stamp that, that my serological tests are clear and my fitness level, it's satisfactory for my age, I can fight. And my doctor says, let's go do now some of the things. Cortisol, we need to do again testosterone. And he says to me, Mario, your testosterone, it's still high, which is good. He doesn't say why, but maybe it's an exercise, maybe it's a food, who knows what it is. I'm not a role model, I'm not a real model, I don't want to be nobody's model. I don't want to tell you what to do with your life, but certainly two things I know help me in my day-to-day performance. One is a regular training, and secondly, it is my sleep. The age at which a person will exhibit symptoms, it's also uncertain. So that's what my doctor told me. You don't know when you're gonna exhibit those symptoms. However, the research from the Mayo Clinic indicates that the age of 40, men testosterone level typically drop by 1% annually. Now, this is the Mayo Clinic. However, only 10 to 25% of all the men have low testosterone levels, with the majority still having levels within the normal range. People often overlook low testosterone levels in older men. That is wrong. Many guys with low testosterone don't exhibit any symptoms. Also, the symptoms and indicators linked to low testosterone are not exclusive. A person's age, drug usage, or other health issues like having a body mass index of 30 above might also contribute to them. The question you ask yourself, how low testosterone manifests in men's life? First of all, diminished sexual desire and activity, decreased spontaneous erection or erectile dysfunction, breast pain or swelling, that's correct, breast pain, infertility, height loss, low trauma fractures or low bone mineral density, hot flashes or perspirations, and they are all indicators of low testosterone. Take note and check with your GP if you like. Now, decreased energy, motivation, and confidence, as well as a low mood and difficult concentrating are additional potential symptoms. Additionally, minor unexplained anemia, increased body fat, diminished muscular mass and strength, sleep disturbance, and increased sleepiness are the possible. Now, let's go talk about treatments now. There are the treatments suggestions for low testosterone in men. If you are male of a specific age, you should see a doctor. As I said to you guys, I'm not a doctor. This is no medical advice. This is research. It's all theory and based on my observation. But you should see the doctor. My routine is to get this checkup every few months. And I'm lucky because I'm doing that boxing. So, every 3 to 4 months, I do my blood test and a fitness level. So my doctor require to supply for that certification to be boxer that I done the blood test. So he does overall all parameters, including testosterone. So go see your GP and ask guy, or maybe your GP is a female, ask your doctor to check your testosterone. And secondly, it's a regular workout at the gym and training for boxing. I also get those basic checkups a few times a year, as I say. And trust me, I'm more relaxed and prepared for what is coming. In my life. However, this is a still taboo topic. Hormone changes leading to reduced testosterone levels are the main cause of andropause. Most affected men are at 40 years of age or older. So, guys, something is happening in our life. Somebody told me in my life, very long time ago, that man's life, it's like these fingers. This is man's direction, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, so everything's decreasing. So if because you're 40 years old, you think you're okay, maybe you're not okay. Some men are affected earlier, some later. Now, to recognize if you have entered the andropause, you need to ask yourself a number of questions. This includes whether you feel less energetic, more exhausted, depressed, or irritable than usual, or spend more of your leisure time watching what? TV. A doctor should make a physical examination, ask about symptoms, run tests, and to rule out any underlying medical conditions, and do blood testing regularly, which may involve measuring testosterone levels to diagnose andropause. Hormone therapy can alleviate symptoms include depression, exhaustion, and diminished libido if testosterone levels are low. There are the dangers and adverse consequences associated with the hormone treatment for women. For instance, testosterone replacements raises the risk of heart disease and exacerbate prostate cancer. That's correct. So let me just quickly share something with you. In my gym, I'm seeing the guys my age. They're cut, they are all, They're looking massive. And I said to myself, it doesn't necessarily need to be that they are using some illegal substances, you know what I mean? Personal, drugs, whatever you want to call them, steroids, right? So sometimes it is testosterone replacement therapy, because adding more testosterone, of course, you're going to grow your muscles. So I spoke with several of these guys. I said, like, do you doing this? They told me yes. And of course, they're increasing the muscle size, they look cut and everything else. But that's not good enough, because if you are requiring something to be added into your body and you don't need it, you are doing damage to your body. So seek professional opinion, which usually it's your GP. You should talk to a doctor about this. Eating well, exercising are not only factors to contribute to excellent health. They are not. Enjoying some alone time, connecting with friends, having decent laugh, and are as well equally important. So smile, guys. Because it reduces stress and maintains the health of your prostate, sex is also beneficial to your body and mind. I want to say something very important, and that is, believe me, taking care of your health does not diminish your manliness. Now that new year has arrived, let's finish this one and begin the next one with the greatest and more crucial choice of all, and that is, look after your health. You are not less man if you're talking about those problems. We are all going through changes in life. So guys, why would we take it away from ourselves the pleasure to go through these changes together? We are all here going to same. Either we are older, younger, we are all going to experience those symptoms. So guys, go see your GP. If you have any questions, feel free, put in comment section below. Any questions you have, I'll be happy to answer. I'll send you links. But after all, male menopause, it's real. And you're not less a man if you are talking about this. Thank you for watching. Feel free to subscribe, share, like, and comment.